Hi, I'm Alistair Weaver. That is iconic test driver Jonathan Elfarlan. This is a Porsche 911 Carrera S. That is a Mustang Dark Horse with supercharger. And this is Edmunds U-Drags. Let's get on with it.
And here we go. Today we have the 2024 Ford Mustang Supercharged Dark Horse with 810 horsepower and 615 pound-feet of torque. It's running on Pirelli P0 Trofeo RSs. Going up against the 2025 Porsche 911 Carrera S with 473 horsepower and 390 pound-feet of torque. It's running on Pirelli P0s. These two are going head-to-head in our Edmunds U-Drag track, which starts with a quarter-mile drag, then they hit the brakes, do a 180, and power back to start-finish. After the first run, we'll swap drivers and lanes and do it again. You love Edmunds U-Drags, right? Subscribe now and visit Edmunds.com where you'll find all the info and inventory you need for new or used vehicles, including the famous Edmunds ratings. And if you're looking to sell, we'll even make you a cash offer for your car.
This is the 911 Carrera S, or if you prefer, the 992.2 if you're a Porsche geek. Optional extras, sport chrono package, rear axle steering, which should help the agility through the corner, and sport suspension, which lowers it, I think, by about 10 millimeters if memory serves. So how do we make it go fast? Well, I'm going to get it into Sport Plus mode, left foot on the brake, right foot on the accelerator. That should activate launch control. Then on the way back, I've got to remember to push this little red button here. That should give me maximum boost for the sprint to the line. Let's go.
Dark Horse! Guys, here we are again with our long-term Dark Horse Supercharged. Man, this thing has just been dropping cars left and right. It took out a Corvette, it took out an M4, and here we are lining up against a freaking 911S, so I really don't know if it's gonna be able to pull out a win against that 911. That thing is a serious machinery, serious money as well. We're gonna run in drag strip mode, so all we gotta do is just click this button a few times, up, up, up. We turn advanced track completely off, so that requires a push and a hold and off. And then we're basically good to go. So we've got no stability control turned on. We're in drag strip mode, and we just have to rely on the mechanical grip from our sticky tires, as well as our right foot that is going to be responsible for getting this thing hooked up and fired down the line. This thing is massive on the brakes. It turns really well. I just don't know if it's going to be enough to eke out a win over that 911, but that's why we do this. All right, let's go.
Five, four, three, two, one.
Oh, and the Porsche explodes off the line.
Go, go, go. Oh.
Leaving the Mustang for dead.
Here we go.
Right, don't get too greedy on the brakes.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Take it on the brakes, fire it down. Hit the boost. A little bit of oversteer.
Oh, come on.
And away we go.
Come on, Mustang.
Oh, yes.
Oh. That Porsche is just too fast.
Fires across the line.
Too precise.
Oh, it's a car. What a tool. Yeah, Jonathan, you forget how nice 911s are. What a thing this is.
I think it's always a nice reminder every time you hop in one just why they are, held in such high regard. They're complete packages, and like this thing is no joke. It has a lot of power, has a lot of grip, but I think lined up with that thing, you just kind of start to see how rudimentary it is by comparison. And that Porsche just looked like it was cruising. But yeah, how did that feel?
Do you know where this thing feels like remarkably good? Is in the turn into the corner. I know it sounds like a geeky thing to say, but we've talked a lot in different cars that we've driven in this series about like getting proper brake feel and how you're able to modulate the braking. And I thought I'd brake too late. I thought I was going to overshoot the corner. I was just able to modulate it and take it, basically trail brake it into the cone. And just the way it turns in and balances and grips is just, there is nothing else like it. You know, I think that is the joy of the Edmunds U-Drags concept, that, you know, the braking and the cornering phase really kind of show off a car and what it can do, and that's certainly true of the 911, which feels fantastic around here. Anyway, we shall swap. I shall give you some German engineering, and I will play with the pony. So back into my old friend, the Mustang Dark Horse with Supercharger that of course Edmunds owns, and if you want to find out what it's like to live with, do head to our page on edmunds.com. What am I going to do? Well, familiar setup. We're going to be in drag strip mode, no launch control of course, as Jonathan has just demonstrated, so it's all going to be on the finesse of my right foot. One thing it does do, it brakes, it grips. But will it have enough to see off that 911 despite all the extra horsepower? I doubt it. That's quite a thing. But it is twice as much money, remember.
Okay, it is 911 time. I never pass up an opportunity to drive a 911. So good, so sorted. I highly recommend that if you have an opportunity, that you drive one yourself, because you will then understand what all the fuss is about. I'm not gonna change anything that Alistair did. Clearly it worked very well for him. Again, we'll use Sport Plus, launch control, and on the way back, we have this little overboost push to pass button, which I will certainly be using as that Dark Horse. We will not count it out, because somehow that thing just, when it picks up, it just starts going. So who knows? Maybe it'll find a second wind and catch me on the way back, but I'm hoping not. So, all right, let's do this. Wish me luck.
Five, four, three, two, one.
Go, 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 go.
Better launch, but oh my goodness, that Porsche's just gone.
Oh yeah, buddy.
Right, how are we doing on the brakes? Oh, this thing stops well. I think I caught a little bit up. Look at all the beans coming out.
Yeah.
Transmission is not the best.
That is Porsche power. No surprise there, ladies and gents.
Class is permanent. I was trying to chase you off the line, but I think once I was up and running, I was pretty much holding you, and I think this is marginally better under brakes, actually, bizarrely. But yeah, I mean, once you're just the first 50 yards, you were gone.
I saw as much of a lead as I had, and I did play a little conservative in the braking, so I broke a little early, not as hard, just to make sure that I wasn't going to overshoot the corner, but actually got a little excited exiting the corner and got some oversteer. But I think there's like zero slop in this Porsche. It makes for a car that is just so rewarding to drive, and it does it non-artificially, so it still makes you feel like you're doing everything when I'm sure it's doing a lot of the work for you.
That's a really good way of putting it. There's no slop in the controls. You turn the steering wheel and the thing reacts. You hit the brakes, the thing reacts. You come You ease the brakes back, it reacts. It just feels so nicely honed. There is so much finesse to it. You know, I now think it's way ahead of some of the latest BMW M cars. Yes, it's bigger and heavier than it ever has been, but there is still something about a 911 which nobody else can quite match.
Well, that was invigorating. Here's the track conditions. And for the best numbers. 0 to 60 goes to the 911 at 3.1 seconds. Quarter mile goes to the 911 at 11.2 seconds at 126.1. Max cornering goes to the Dark Horse, pulling 1.27 Gs. And the win goes to the 911 Carrera S with a time of 32.5 seconds at 138.1. For the official leaderboard, head on over to edmunds.com/U-Drags. The Supercharged Dark Horse does not beat its previous best time, and it's dropped to 16th as it's edged out by the Porsche 911 Carrera S with its time of 32.5 at 138.14.
So Jonathan, not quite the giant killing that we expected. The first loss for our Supercharged Mustang Dark Horse, but it did take a 911 Carrera S to do it.
Man, I mean, it gave it a good run, but this 911, when it comes down to it, it is a sports car built from the ground up, and it feels every bit like it.
Very good thing, but our trusty Mustang was not disgraced. It's still a mighty fast performance machine. As you say, it's its first loss in this series against the mighty Porsche. So that's it for this latest Edmunds U-Drags race. As you can probably see, the sun is starting to set over our track. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see all the other races, catch them on our YouTube channel. And for all your car shopping needs, head to edmunds.com. Oh, and while you're at it, if you fancy some fashionable merchandise, better modeled by Jonathan than I, check out our YouTube store. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.